Hello, my dear friends. Today's topic auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary or helping verbs are used before infinitives to add a different meaning. For example, you use auxiliary verbs to say that someone is able to do something, that someone is allowed to do something, or that someone has to do something. The helping verbs are can, could, would, should, ought to, will, shall, may, might, and must. Can and could. Use can and could to say that someone is able to do something. For example, she can draw really good pictures. Mayur can run faster than Amit. Can you ride a bike? Can you help me with my homework? She could already read before she started school. Our teacher said we could go home early. Priya could not come to the party because she was ill. Notes: could is the simple past tense form of can. When you put not after can, write it as one word cannot. They cannot find their way home. The contraction of cannot is can't, and the contraction of could not is couldn't. They can't find their way home. I'm full, I can't eat anymore. Priya couldn't come to the party because she was ill. You may also use can and could to say that someone is allowed to do something. For example, my mom says you can come to our house for dinner. Dad say I can't walk to school on my own. You can't go in there without a ticket. Mom said I could have ice cream after my dinner. The big sign on the gate said private, so we couldn't go in. Can and could are also used for asking for information or help, for offering something, and for suggesting something. For example, can you tell me if this train goes to Mumbai? Could you show me where the accident happened? Could you open that window, please? You can borrow my pen if you like. We can go to the library instead. You could ask your dad to help us. Will and would. Use will and would when you are asking someone to do something. For example, will you please stop making that noise? Would you pass me that book, please? Please, will you close the door? You can also use will and would to offer something or to suggest something. For example, will I hold this end of the rope? Will I carry the bag for you? Would you like another drink? Which cake would you like? Notes: the contraction of will not is won't, and the contraction of would not is wouldn't. Won't you stay and eat with us? Wouldn't it be better to wait? Shall and should. You can use shall and should to ask for advice, offer something, and suggest something. For example, should I bring waterproof clothes? Shall I go by car or will it be better to walk? Should I phone the police? Shall I help you with that heavy bag? Shall we go home now? You should try that new Gujarati restaurant. Ought to. You use ought to make strong suggestion and talk about someone's duty. For example, you look tired. You ought to go to bed early tonight. I ought to get more physical exercise. We ought to lock the door when we leave home. You ought to turn off the computer when you are not using it. You ought to know how to spell your own name. The teacher ought to make his classes more interesting. Must. Use must to talk about things that you have to do. For example, I must mail this letter today. You must speak louder. I can't hear you. Children must not play with matches. Why must I do my homework tonight? Notes: must keeps the same form in the past tense. The contraction of must not is mustn't. She mustn't let the dog sleep on her bed. May and might. Use may to ask if you are not allowed to do something and to tell someone that they are allowed to do something. For example, may I go out to play now? Yes, you may. May I borrow your pen? Please, may I see your ticket? Ranit may leave now, but Priya may not. May Sneha come with us to the movie? Use may and might to talk about things that are possible or likely. Take an umbrella, it might rain. I may not have time to go swimming tonight. We might go to the party later. If you are not careful, you may hurt yourself. Are you going to the concert? I don't know. I might or might not.